There was an idea to unite remarkable football fans scattered all over India to a common space. An idea to discuss football without being mocked and belittled by significant other sports fan base. An idea to give a voice for Indian football fans and praise Indian footballing heroes in full pace. To stand for them, to create fan base for them, to broadcast the unseen matches, to discuss the pros and cons without any clashes, to uphold the belief that we rise from the ashes, that one day the roar of Indian tigers will echo in footballing walls. An idea that existed even before the big money shorts occupation. We were always there, supporting our players, our clubs, our states and our nation. From that idea, a mission was born. We created IFTWC and Techtro, where IFTWC became the mouthpiece of Indian football fans. A platform where all Indian footballing discussions are held in all time spans. Where we roared for every single goal. Where every save was cheered even in the fall. Where all the chants are sung as whole. Where we stood united for the game football. No matter what club they support, no matter what player they support, we unite them as Indian football fans and made sure every Indian football fan was heard. Meanwhile, Techtro became the eyeball of Indian football fans, where they could watch the underprivileged, the non-broadcasted, the insignificant players of different ages and layers. A platform where the fans could watch our budding heroes who no one cares. It's been 7 years in the making. We have strengthened in numbers after the awakening. We became strong and rigid as a team, and the spark of hope spread into a forest fire. But we wanted to climb higher. We don't want to stop until we see India in top tier. We don't want to stop until we see the fire of hope spread to every Indian and inspire. So here we start again with a new dawn, a club of our own, where we nurture talents ingrown from every corners in India without any con, where we, the real fans, have a real voice and make our own choice. As we hold tight to this passion, where you and I take this vision and turn into our mission, where you and I become the revolution, a revolution to make our India great again. We were the barefoot magicians. With this ball, we fought for independence. With this ball, we had Asian dominance. And we are going towards that once again. And this is our start. And we start from the white soils of Himachal, the land of colors and valley of gods, the home of apples, the states of all seasons, where the love of human and football flourish with all might, where an unsung past is hidden under snow-capped mountains. Soon it will shine again as it will make the glaciers melt. And we will travel to the heart of India through the rivers, and we will conquer the 7 seas. Yes, we are here. This is our Desh, Swadesh, and we stand united. This is the trumpet call of new era, the era of Techtro Swades United. This is our story, and now it's yours too.
So, hello and welcome everybody to this special webinar on the occasion of National Sports Day. To all our viewers, 29th August is celebrated as National Sports Day on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Major Dhyan Chand. Sports is an integral part of our lifestyle, as millions of fans are connected to each other via this form of entertainment. And without those fans, maybe the sports might not have been in such a limelight as it is today. To celebrate this day and make it utmost special for all the football fans of the country, Techtro and IFTWC is launching one-of-a-kind football club which resonates the popular saying, for the fans and by the fans. This football club will be very special for all the football lovers of the country as it is based on a unique concept of fan ownership model. Yes, it will be a fan owned club, and why not? football is nothing without the fans, and there can't be fans without this beautiful game. To celebrate this very special day, we have some eminent guests joining us. First up is Mr. Amit Datta, a qualified referee and an experienced football player. Second, we have Mr. Ikram sir, who is again a very experienced football player. And we have Mrs. Nandita Sharma with us, who has been a pivotal role in the women's football of Himachal Pradesh. And we have Shivra Sharma, Bhupendra Thakur, Inder Thakur, Vipin Kumar, and our very own Neeraj. Apart from this, as we promised, we have some very pleasant surprise in store for all of you, as we have our beloved owners of this special clubs, and I can assure you the owners are very special as well. First up is our very own Ranjit Bajaj sir, who needs no introduction whatsoever. He has won it all, starting from the youth leagues to I League second division to I League. He has won it all. Welcome to the show, sir. The second owner of the club is probably the youngest football club owner of this country. Please let's welcome Mr. Neeraj Kodia, who rose to fame with his YouTube channel, Techtro. So, welcome all of you to this show where we will digitally launch this very special football club. This club will be based out of Himachal Pradesh, a state which has produced talents in abundance and goals to rise to the top of Indian football. Coming to you, first we are now joined by Himachal Pradesh FK Secretary, Mr. Deepak Sharma. Welcome to the show, sir. Sir, आप थोड़ा बताइए हम लोग का about the talents in Himachal Pradesh और कैसे ये emergence of this professional clubs will help those talents in Himachal Pradesh. Over to you.
सबसे पहले तो आज स्पोर्ट्स डे की सबको बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद हो, बधाई है। और दूसरा बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि आज के दिन ये क्लब लॉन्च होने जा रहा हैगा। जहाँ तक मैं समझता हूँ कि हमारा एक सपना था हिमाचल प्रदेश का कि हमारा एक अपना क्लब हो आई लीग के लिए, और वो सपना जो है आज पूरा होने जा रहा हैगा। और मेरे को इस बात की बड़ी खुशी है कि आप लोग जैसे सब यूथ, बजाज जी जैसे इंसान आपके साथ हैं, तो मैं नहीं समझता कि आने वाले समय के अंदर आप बहुत अच्छी ऊंचाई पर और बुलंदियों पर जाएंगे। जहाँ तक टैलेंट की बात है, मैं आपको इस बात की बिल्कुल एक विश्वास दिलवाना चाहता हूँ कि हिमाचल प्रदेश के अंदर इतनी टैलेंट है कि हम अगर जो उनको अच्छे से बेखूबी तैयार करेंगे, आपको पता हिल एरिया हैगा, स्ट्रॉन्ग होते हैं बच्चे यहाँ पे। और मैं समझता हूँ कि यदि हम सब एक प्लान करके चलेंगे तो आने वाले समय के अंदर आपको बहुत अच्छे परिणाम जो है हिमाचल प्रदेश के खिलाड़ियों से देखने को मिलेंगे।
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot. As we say, we have some eminent guests, as I have already mentioned. They are one of the eminent personalities in Himachal Pradesh. All these eminent guests from Himachal Pradesh, we have some questions, we had some questions, and here are few compilations of those questions which we want to ask to these prominent figures from Himachal Pradesh. Let's.
सबसे पहले तो मैं आप सबको नेशनल स्पोर्ट्स डे की शुभकामनाएं देना चाहती हूँ। हिमाचल प्रदेश में जो ये प्रोफेशनल क्लब लॉन्च होने जा रहा है, इससे जो हमारे गांव की लड़कियां हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा उत्साहित है, क्योंकि वो शायद सभी प्लेयर्स का ये एक सपना होता है कि हम IWL खेलने जाएं, जो कि शायद हमारी गर्ल्स का जो है वो पूरा होने जा रहा है। और ये जो क्लब है, जब हमारे बच्चों को, प्लेयर्स को प्रोफेशनल रूप से तैयार करेंगे तो इनके आय के जो साधन हैं वो अपने आप बढ़ने लगेंगे और इनके सारे रास्ते जो हैं वो खुलने लगेंगे, क्योंकि ये गरीब परिवार से संबंध रखती हैं। तो इनका जो प्रोफेशनल क्लब में खेलने से इनकी आय भी बढ़ेगी और इनके लिए बहुत अच्छा एक टर्निंग पॉइंट हो जाएगा इनकी लाइफ।
हिमाचल प्रदेश फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन का जो हमारा प्रोफेशनल क्लब स्टार्ट हुआ है, वो उसमें हमारे जितने भी बच्चे हैं हिमाचल के, उनको इसमें खेलने का बहुत ज़्यादा अवसर मिलेंगे और ज़्यादा इनको खेलने का मौका मिलेगा टेक्निकली। और ये हमारा स्किल जो है बच्चों का बहुत अच्छा है, जिससे कि हमारे बच्चे बहुत ज़्यादा इसको आगे सीखेंगे और काफ़ी अच्छा खेलेंगे उसमें, और उनको वो इससे बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेरित होंगे कि हमें एक प्रोफेशनल क्लब में खेलने का मौका मिल रहा है। धन्यवाद।
आजकल मॉडर्न फुटबॉल है, हम हर एक प्लेयर को ऐसी ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं जिससे वो अटैकिंग भी जाए और डिफेंस भी जाए। इस किस्म की कोचिंग चली हुई है हमारे यहाँ। थैंक यू।
हेलो, आई एम भूपेंद्र सिंह ठाकुर, फुटबॉल कोच फ्रॉम धर्मशाला। हाँ, ये आपकी बात ठीक है कि मॉडर्न फुटबॉल काफ़ी चेंज हो चुका है, लेकिन हिमाचल के यंग प्लेयर काफ़ी टैलेंटेड हैं। अगर उन्हें एक अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म, एक अच्छी फैसिलिटी के साथ दिया जाए तो ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कि वो एडजस्ट नहीं होंगे, वो इजीली उसमें एडजस्ट हो जाएंगे। हाँ, पिछले कुछ सालों से हमारी HPFA उस पर काफ़ी मेहनत कर रही है, जिसके कारण हिमाचल प्रदेश के रिज़ल्ट पहले से काफ़ी बेहतर हुए हैं। मॉडर्न फुटबॉल में यंग प्लेयर की डेवलपमेंट के लिए एक अच्छे प्लेटफॉर्म की ज़रूरत है, जैसे कि अच्छी कोचिंग के साथ उसे हर प्रकार की सुविधाएं, यंग प्लेयर को हर प्रकार की सुविधाएं दी जाए, ताकि उसका इंटरेस्ट उसमें बना रहे, ताकि वो अपनी और मेहनत और लगन के साथ गेम को खेले, तभी हम यंग प्लेयर की डेवलपमेंट कर सकते हैं। धन्यवाद।
सबसे पहले मैं नेशनल स्पोर्ट्स डे की बधाई देता हूं। इस क्लब के लॉन्च होने से कोचों को उत्साह मिलेगा और कोच इससे खिलाड़ियों पर ज़्यादा मेहनत करेंगे, जिससे अधिकतर खिलाड़ी इस क्लब से खेल सकेंगे और उनका कैरियर अच्छा होगा।
नमस्कार, आप सभी को नेशनल स्पोर्ट्स डे की शुभकामनाएं। आज हिमाचल फुटबॉल के लिए ऐतिहासिक दिन है। इसके लिए सभी हिमाचल वासियों और फुटबॉल प्रेमियों को बहुत बहुत बधाई। हिमाचल के अंदर बहुत प्रतिभा है, लेकिन उसको पहचानने के लिए अगर कोई है तो स्काउट बहुत अच्छा सिद्ध हो सकते हैं। स्काउट और फुटबॉल संघ मिलकर जो दूर दराज में प्रतिभा छुपी हुई है उनको एक अच्छे प्लेटफॉर्म तक पहुंचा सकती है, और स्काउट HPFA के साथ मिलकर काम करे तो अच्छे रिजल्ट बहुत जल्दी सामने आएंगे। वैसे फुटबॉल संघ काम भी गांवों में जाकर कर रहा है, वहाँ कैंप लगा रहा है। ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वहीं अच्छे लड़के जो हैं वो वहीं से निकल रहे हैं। और जो हमारे संघ के महासचिव हैं श्री दीपक शर्मा जी, फुटबॉल में हिमाचल के अंदर एक ऐसा रेवोल्यूशन ला दिया है जिसका कोई प्रमाण देने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है। तो मेरा मानना है कि स्काउट और हिमाचल संघ का जो माध्यम है स्काउट, तो ये बहुत अच्छा साबित हो सकता है, ऐसा मेरा मानना है, और अच्छे रिजल्ट बहुत जल्दी आपको मिलेंगे।
राष्ट्रीय खेल दिवस के शुभ अवसर पर मैं सभी खिलाड़ियों, उनके अभिभावकों व कोचिज़ को हार्दिक बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। हिमाचल प्रदेश में प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब गठन की प्रक्रिया काफ़ी समय से हिमाचल प्रदेश फुटबॉल संघ कर रहा था। आज इस शुभ अवसर पर एक प्रोफेशनल क्लब का गठन होने जा रहा है। मैं हिमाचल प्रदेश फुटबॉल संघ की तरफ से व अपनी तरफ से क्लब के गठन में सभी क्लब के मेंबर्स को हार्दिक बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। हिमाचल प्रदेश में इस तरह के प्रोफेशनल क्लब के गठन होने से खिलाड़ियों को अपना हुनर दिखाने का मौका मिलेगा, बड़े स्तर पर जाकर वो मैचेस को खेलेंगे। इससे प्रोफेशनलिज्म को और ज़्यादा बढ़ावा मिलेगा। हिमाचल प्रदेश में जितने ज़्यादा प्रोफेशनल क्लब होंगे, हमारे खिलाड़ी उतने ही ज़्यादा निखर के सामने आएंगे। मैं एक बार फिर अपनी तरफ से सभी क्लब के पदाधिकारियों को हार्दिक बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। धन्यवाद।
Yeah, well, all the players of Himachal Pradesh are very excited because this is the first time that Himachal entered into the professional football. Yes, this professional football club will help Himachal to play football not as a football but as a profession, where they can choose football as a career. Because if you see in Himachal Pradesh, there are a lot of talented players in Himachal and they want to choose football as a profession. But the thing is that they didn't get an opportunity, they didn't get a chance to play in such a huge level platform. But now they get a chance and to prove themselves and to show their skills, their agility, their talent. And the best thing is that is to show the Himachali football club football is what. So this will help the Himachal definitely to choose football as a profession. And yes, I'm sure.
गुड आफ्टरनून सर। किसी भी क्लब को बनाने के लिए, चलाने के लिए सबसे पहले हमें फाइनेंस की ज़रूरत होती है। फाइनेंस कहाँ से आएगा, कैसे आएगा, उसके लिए हमें सबसे पहले प्लान चेकआउट करना पड़ता है। उसमें हमें क्लब को लॉयल्टी के लिए ऐसे मेंबर बनाने पड़ेंगे कि जो जनता को हमारे क्लब की लॉयल्टी बताएंगे जाके। उससे क्या होगा कि हमारे फाइनेंस के लिए लोग अपना दिल खोल के फाइनेंस करेंगे। दूसरा, ऐसे प्लान बनाने पड़ेंगे कि जिससे मेंबर उसको ईज़िली अटेंड कर सके। और दूसरा, मेंबरशिप ऐसी होगी, मेंबरशिप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्लब के लिए मेंबर बनाने पड़ेंगे कि जो मेंबर हमारे बनेंगे वो जनता में जाके अपना हमारे क्लब के बारे में उनको मोटिवेट करेंगे कि आप हमारे क्लब में आएंगे तो उससे हमारे क्लब की जो जो फंक्शन या जो जो एक्टिविटीज़ होंगी उनको उसके बारे में बताएंगे। ये अधिक से अधिक मेंबरशिप जितनी भी बनेगी उतना ही हमारे क्लब को फ़ायदा होगा। और दूसरा, अधिक से अधिक स्पॉन्सरशिप अगर हमको मिलेगी तभी हम अपना क्लब का फाइनेंस इंक्रीज़ कर पाएंगे। ये मेरा व्यू है। थैंक यू।
Jai Hind everyone, wish you happy National Sport Day and congratulations Himachal Pradesh Football Association, coaches, players, supporting staff and fans because the first professional club for Himachal. डेफिनेटली जब एक प्रोफेशनल क्लब हिमाचल प्रदेश में आएगा तो कोचेस का, प्लेयर का और जितने भी फुटबॉल में एज ग्रुप है सबका डेफिनेटली साइंटिफिक डेवलपमेंट होगा। और कोचेस का डेवलपमेंट तो होना ही है। कोचेस को डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ प्लेयर में काम करने के लिए मिलेगा और कोचेस ग्रासरूट लेवल में, यूथ लेवल में, वुमेन्स लेवल में जो भी कोचेस काम कर रहे हैं, यस डेफिनेटली उनका डेवलपमेंट होगा और पूरे स्टेट का डेवलपमेंट होगा, प्लेयर का डेवलपमेंट होगा, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट होगा और प्लेयर्स भी डेवलपमेंट होगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
We have our co-owner Mr. Ranjit Bajaj here with us, a man who needs no introduction whatsoever. He has won everything starting from the youth leagues, I-League second division, I-League, you name it, and he has won it all. So Ranjit sir, my question to you is, you have Minerva who has done so well. You have recently taken up Delhi FC as well. So what prompted you to start and take up this project, Techtro Swades United, and what is the future plan regarding this? If you can tell us, please. Over to you.
Bhai, first of all, great to be here on this show. And obviously, I go a long way back with Techtro and Neeraj, especially. In fact, Abhi people say that he's young now, but I know him since he was in his teens. And the way we met was he just called me up one day, and I loved the passion in him. And he already had a very good team, and he says he wants to bring a team over, and they came over. And from that day, we've had a great kind of bonding, which has turned into now like brothers. So first of all, the Neeraj coming up with this idea that why we can do this there in Himachal. It was a great idea. Why? Because actually Chandigarh, where I've been born and brought up, is 15 minutes away from Himachal border. In 30 minutes from Chandigarh, I am in Kasauli. I'm not kidding. In Kasauli, in the middle of the hills. That's what I used to do every weekend of my life when I was Neeraj's age. Every weekend was uphills ja rahe hain, uphills. Okay, so we used to be all there. And then the fascination with football. Now people don't know that the history of Himachal with football is very, very long. That means they think the oldest clubs and the oldest tournaments are only in Calcutta. The second oldest tournament in India is in Solan. And there's a historic ground, Toto ground there, which we used to keep on playing. I have played so many tournaments in Himachal. Then whenever, Himachal used to be in the same Santosh Trophy group as Chandigarh, Punjab, and Haryana and Delhi. And they used to do pretty well, even though they never used to get able to have a proper camp. They never used to have facilities. The team which used to come was not a minnows. In the last 3 years, if you see the results, they have been competing with Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh. Yes, losing out narrowly to some teams, but narrowly. So, and that is all because it's not the talent is not there, the platform is not there for them. And being so close to our home in Minerva, and so we just doubled up the facilities, and from place we are going to Una, we have got so many great footballers of the past who've been there. So it was a great opportunity. And taking football to a state where right now, at this time, there is no football. That means I'm talking about football is there everywhere. But I'm talking about professional football where you can give a chance to the locals to go and extend, like Vishal Kent. And Vishal Kent had to come all the way over to the rest parts of India. Imagine how many Vishal Kents we've lost because of the fact that there's no club to make them aspire to their dreams. So for all Himachalis, it's a great moment of joy. And it's for great Indian football, because now we will have professional football clubs right down from Jammu Kashmir, then Himachal, and then Punjab, and then Delhi, and now very soon hopefully UP, and then going down all the way. So I see North India has revived, and it's a great revival of the North Indian football story.
Thanks a lot, and we wish and we hope Techtro Swades United makes it very big in Indian football. Coming to the second corner of this club, he's a very special guy. If you remember back in 2017-18, we used to watch Indian national team, the youth Indian national teams matches on a YouTube handle. The name was Techtro. So the guy who used to run that channel is now 20 years old, and he, Mr. Neeraj Kolia, is with us, who is the second co-owner of this club. Welcome, Neeraj. So Neeraj, tell us this journey about you, having a YouTube channel named Techtro, and right now you are having a club. So how has the journey been?
The journey was brilliant. To be honest, I never thought in my wildest of the dreams like we will be ending up here. As we all say, like journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the step I took was, and when I used to do live stream and all, and people used to comment down, I have played this level, that level, where should I go? I don't have any club, what should I do? So I was like, okay, we all are making Facebook page, we are making YouTube channels, we all want to promote football in the country. But the thing is, we are doing that for the ones who are already established. Okay, so we are not doing anything for at the base. It may be like we might help a next initiative to grow. So with that thought only, I was like, okay, I had my YouTube earnings on my hand, let's open a football club in Lucknow. And on the way, I got lots of support from across the country as well as from outside India. All thanks to my YouTube subscribers who helped me a lot in this whole initiative. So the journey went pretty well in Lucknow. We got the result there, and I was like, okay, if a player is as good in Lucknow, then it's like, okay, we are limiting him to Lucknow. I'm not giving him any bigger platform. The platform he already had. He was playing in Lucknow League. Right now also he's playing in a Lucknow League. Yeah, this time he performed well. He learned a lot. We use professional training methods. But the thing is, I'm not giving him a bigger platform. We went to Minerva, and in Minerva we learned a lot. And I saw like, okay, we do have potential. If Ranjit Bajaj, one of my biggest inspirations, is that your team has potential, and I thought, yeah, I was training them. So if we can give them professional training and we can give them bigger platform, they will be definitely performing well. So here the things changed for me. This was the turning point of my life, I would say. Okay, I will be sharing one liner of Ranjit Bhaiya. In his Josh Shock, he said like, अगर आप कोई काम अभी स्टार्ट नहीं करते तो आप कह नहीं सकते कि वो सक्सेसफुल होगा नहीं होगा, और आज का दिन आपकी रेस्ट ऑफ द लाइफ के लिए पहला दिन है. So वही समझ के I was okay, कुछ करते हैं, प्लान करते. So from 1.5 years we all were working, my whole Techtro IFTWC team were working behind it, and we went to Himachal and we talked to the secretary, and secretary was, he was down to earth guy, and I've never ever seen a person sitting at the highest level and he's training girls at 4 a.m. every day. So this was a heart melting moment for me. So we thought of opening a second division club from there, and now we are here at the launch of the Swades United.
That's great, Neeraj. Also, we would like to ask you, where do you see Techtro Swades United standing at the end of maybe 2 to 3 years? And what is the plans regarding this club?
Talking about development, as you can figure out from our name, it's Swadesh. Swadesh means the land, and the land we belongs to will be Una, Himachal Pradesh. So the first step of development should be in Himachal Pradesh. So for that, we will be setting up our own academy in Himachal Pradesh, Una, and we will be having a non-residential academy for now, and in future we might be having a residential setup also. We will be looking for U teams, under 13, under 15, under 18, and as a reserves team and a senior team. And the most important thing about us will be we will be also having a women's team. And the short-term plan which we have, because we have long-term and short-term, I will be just revealing the short-term plans for now. This year, our ultimate aim will be to win Himachal Men's League, State League, so that the door of second division will open and we will ultimately playing for the second division. And the next thing, we will be also participating in Himachal Pradesh Women's State League. And if we win it, then the next stage will be Indian Women's League. So we have long-term plans and short-term plans as well. And all these plans will be open to all because the club is for the fans and by the fans. So you will be soon getting all the brochures and everything regards the club in our club website, and everywhere you will be finding it out.
So, Neeraj, if you can tell us something about how all the players across India who are very talented can apply for, can play for Techtro Swades United.
Talking about India ka club, the Avalanche is here now. So how we will be scouting players and all? As we will be based on Himachal, the first priority will be to develop football in Himachal ultimately. So we will try to scout in every district of Himachal, and we will be closely working with the federation to look up for trials. Right now we can't conduct the trials, but yeah, what everyone can do. And the second priority will be the players across the country. So what all have to do is we have already launched our Football Guru app in Play Store. It's in beta version right now. You will be seeing a better version of it soon. So you can just download it from Play Store, and there you will be having the option of Techtro Football and Sports Trust. Under it, you will be having the registration option, and players can register from there. And soon, when this COVID situation will normalize, then ultimately we will be calling up for everyone for trials, and all. We will be setting up trials and our scouting plan. So yeah, plans are there, but we have to look for this COVID pandemic to end. Then after we will be starting our work.
The third part of the club, that is the fans. So the fans representative, Mr. Mohammad Ayub, is here. Welcome to the show, Mohammad Ayub. Mr. Ayub, if we ask, how did this concept of fan ownership model came into being? Can you please take us through, how this idea?
Thank you, Spandan, and a very good evening to you all. Okay, coming to your question, the actual idea came from the fan pages itself. Like, we created our fan pages, so we could see a lot of fans complaining about many things about the clubs they support, because we have a lot of fan-centric clubs in India. But the thing is, the fans doesn't think that their voice are being heard. So that actually brought up this idea of a fan ownership football club. So we looked into the clubs internationally that have actually successful fan ownership models. And yeah, we are taking that kind of model. And what of now is that actually we can see there are a lot of international clubs that have the fan ownership model and actually are running very successfully, and the fans have a good say to whatever decisions the club makes. So that's actually the concept. So we have a minority ownership model where we the fans can actually take decisions of what the management can do. So they will have a lot of power in what the future of the club, where how the decisions are being made. So that's one model. And the fan ownership will have the fans will have a well-built structure where they will have elected members from their fan groups to represent them, and that's how
That's a great news for all the fans of Indian football. So coming to our next question, that is how all the fans of Indian football can register or get acquainted with this club.
Oh, it's very easy. You have to join through the Football Guru app, and you have the membership link into it, and you can just join through it. It's very easy.
And we would thank all our eminent guests who have taken out their valuable time and given it to us and made this digital launch of Techtro Swades United a grand success. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we come to the end of this show.